How you guys doing? This is Mark. You know me from my series, How to Pay Off Your Car Loan in 36 months Without Giving Up Starbucks or Being Cheap. Or we've talked about the unemployment articles from 2101 to 2331. Talked to you about my car loan program, $7,500 program. On my way to Palm Springs, do a workout. This is like gyms closed week 3. So now I gotta cut back on the bread, cut back on the meat, no drinking. Haven't drank since the gym closed about July 14th. Whenever it closed, I haven't had a drink in about 5 or 6 weeks. Trying to cut back on the sugar. Gotta do what you gotta do right now. Gotta work twice as hard. Went to the park yesterday, did some push-ups, did some sit-ups. So we did doing some workouts to just kind of grind it out. I guess there was a petition 24-hour fitness had, so I sent that in, just trying to get these gyms open. So it's okay for the gyms to be closed, you know. I'm gonna have people dying of heart attack, dying of high blood pressure, being frustrated, hanging out with the kids. It's just gonna be, everything's just a mess, and it's gonna get worse. Wait till like these parents supposedly gonna homeschool their kids. I can't read. How you gonna homeschool your kid if you can't read? I can't read. It's like just disaster. Just as I'm in California, so it's gonna be a disaster, man. Parents are like, oh, I usually have affairs or I'm having fun with someone. Now they want me to like homeschool my kid. Oh, it's bad enough I've been stuck with my husband or stuck with my wife. Now you want me to be stuck with my kid too? So it's gonna be a mess, man. So basically what I'm doing right now, got one interview tomorrow. I think I'm setting up another interview. So got to get that money. Social justice just means you got money. When you got money, you got justice. When you don't have no money, you don't have no justice. Take that from someone who knows. And so not much to say today. Just on my way to work out. Just got up about 7. Sometimes you just got to grind it out, man. Had some oatmeal. Work out for an hour and a half. Then I'll go get me some 4 pieces of fried chicken and macaroni and cheese. But then in between that, I'll be studying some sales skills, working on my greetings, working on my closes. Go do some more reviews. Start knocking on the door. I know you're not hiring out now, but even if you're not hiring right now, if you were to hire somebody, what would you want that person to be able to do? So now I see the importance of cold calling. Because the reason cold calling is just kind of like getting someone to like say, hey, let's just take action. I know you thought about this, you may have thought about it, or you may have put off thinking about it, but let's talk about it now. It's okay. Take out your frustration on me, but then I'll follow up again. Now I'm beginning to see the point of like probing, but you got to keep doing it, you know, just getting answer to questions, because right, and then it's good for people, like people get emotional and uncomfortable. There's 24 million people out of work, man. When I hear people laughing, I'm like, what are you laughing at, man? You got 3 or 4 kids, you're living in a, I go by some of these houses, you got 4 or 5 cars parked in front of the house, people laughing. What you laughing at, man? You got a COVID factory, man. Why don't you take your family out and get your own place, man? Or if you're a son or daughter living at home, hey, maybe this is time to move away from home. Mom and dad may have the COVID, you know, or, I mean, kids living at home, bringing their partners home, having sex. Crazy stuff, man. What do you say? Hey, Mom, she's cute. You want to come try her out after you? Did you like what you heard, Mom? You like what you heard, Dad? Hey, you want to come give Tina a try? Maybe. That's what you're saying when you're bringing your girlfriend home and having sex with her. Basically, you want Mom and Dad to hear you fucking. So what are you trying to say to Mom and Dad? Like, come share? I mean, that's what you're trying to say. Let's swing it. Now, if you had your own place, or you like some of these people, you go have sex in the park, have sex in your car, at least you have some privacy, man. Mom and Dad kind of have a hint what you're doing, but you know, they don't actually know. But when you're living at home and then you bring in your partner home and you're trying to show off and, I have rights. You don't have rights, man. When you live in some person's house and you're a kid, you don't have no rights. I know the media lets you think you got rights, but you ain't got no rights. You got the right to go out and get you a new place. You got the right to be homeless like the people at the park I always see come in, soon as they park, they won't be driving. They got the car. I already see the tires are already bald. And they come in the park, playing the music loud. Got the dogs. You got more homeless people with dogs than I bet regular people. What you need a damn dog for? Go find yourself a place, man. And it's the priorities people have, man. It's just messed up. And then what works worse, I have to say, at least I went to the market. There are a lot of people at the market. I go to Vons. I don't do that Aldi stuff. You know, what is that? What is that another one? Grocery outlets. That's when I grew up with my grandmother. We went to Superior Market. Like, you kind of bag it yourself. Initially, the prices were cheaper. But as time went on and inflation, I mean, the price is just about the same. I don't see much difference. I mean, and you have a less selection. And you have a whole bunch of other people online who think they're going to get something for free. There's nothing for free, man. They're going to charge you for that supermarket food now. That's why I said, get out there, make that extra money. You don't want to have that car loan hanging over your head. I know some of you are like, you're styling out. Beamer, Audi, Mercedes, you're styling out. I see you on the freeway. Yeah. Slow down. No, you can't touch me. You know, you be rushing all the way home to that warehouse, to that $15 an hour job at Amazon, Prologis, where else? Pet Boys. I see all of them. Janitorial supply. Got your $15 an hour. Then on top of it, after that, like, they're like watching you. I see some of you driving all fast. They probably got a point system like I had when I was at Macy's. Once you get 3 points, you know, you get like laid off or they stop scheduling you. That's why you see all these kids rushing. Already broke as it is, and they're like, hey, you better you better get to that warehouse, right? Bad enough you're living at home with mom and dad, and now you're wasting money on the car, pulling up in your Beamer with mom and dad. What's up, mom? And what's up, dad? I'm styling, man. I'm styling. Now I'm gonna go to my room now. What? Are you paying mom and dad for the rent at least? Maybe. At least if you stay at home, pay rent. Learn what it's like to pay rent, man. Just don't be a freeloader. Just don't be a Section 8, man, for your mom and dad. So, especially when you bring your girlfriend home and fuck, or your boyfriend home and screw. At least probably mom and dad to hear you, you know. Unless you're gonna share. Now, if you're gonna share, even then, even if you're gonna share, man, even at the porno store, if you go watch those little movies, man, you got to put the money in, put the coins in to get the video to play. Well, mom and dad are having a place for at least you to come home and play. So pay mom and dad some money, man. Don't be so cheap. And for some of you parents, you're thinking, oh, my baby's having a hard time. Yeah, well, why don't you tell your baby to get up out the house, man? I mean, you having a hard time. How much money you got in retirement? You look at your house. I was the other day. The house was parked across from the warehouse. I mean, I was across from a freeway, and what made it even worse, the government came in and put Section 8 housing. They said, take it to them. Take it to them. Take it to them. I mean, I was like, yesterday I was up there. Guy had his, like, well, you saw the picture of the Mustang. And across from the Mustang, you saw like a big warehouse going in. Those giant excavator things that level the ground. So in 2 or 3 months, they'll have like these giant white walls. They'll come out their house looking at these giant white walls, trucks going up and down the street. And they'll be saying, we're doing better than everyone else, honey. So what is San Bernardino? We parked across, we look at the warehouse every day. Sir, did you like to sell your house? Oh, no. We want to leave our house for our kids. What are you going to leave to your kid, man? A view of a wall? In the neighborhood, that bunch of people, I mean, in the hood, with a wall in the hood, eventually it's going to be painted over. Drug dealers going to be hanging out there. Homeless going to be encamped there. That's all you getting for that, buddy. So, just think, do you have as much as you think? So, that's my thing for today, man. Take a walk. Walk through your neighborhood. Unless you have a neighborhood where you're constantly bringing in $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, you're in a ghetto neighborhood. There ain't nothing there for you. So that is my thing for today. So think about that. And so we'll have a $25, $75, $125 programs for you. So look into those programs. get some information and pay off your car loan early. You don't want to, like, especially if you're unemployed, you don't want to go have that unemployment thing hanging over your head, that loan payment hanging over your head, and then you're going to be like giving answers to questions. You kind of stretching, and if they know you're stretching, it's like, oh, we can cut him, instead of giving him this salary, we'll give him a little less salary. And you end up losing money because, hey, you were stressed out, you weren't telling the truth. You just tell the truth. You know the way to tell the truth is to pay extra money. Pay extra money. Have that extra money where, like, you're confident. You know, hey, I can go to get something to eat. I can go to the market. I can eat. I can get gas. I can do something. So that's what I want you to think about. Do you have enough money to, like, if you have to, can you get some gas? Can you buy food? I mean, do you have to buy the cheapest food? Are you buying top ramen? Like, what are you doing? So those are some things you need to think about. And especially you got a family, man. You got to stop all that nonsense. Give the Modelo to Samuel. My specialty is Samuel Adams. Give all that stuff a break, man. Give that stuff a break. Save some money for the family. That's why I have my $397, $697, $797. Get out the Stack program. Learn how to go in there confidently for that interview. Explain what you've been doing. Set yourself apart. You got people who are sitting at home. They're spending money on cars. Ain't spent any money on their education since March when all this stuff happened. And now they're just hoping Uncle Biden or Aunt Nancy gives them money. Is that how you want to live your life? Taking crumbs from the government? That's not going to help you. Eventually, that's got to come to an end. And you know how it is with the government. How does it come to an end? Just like that. It's just gone. Like that. Just like that. Comes to an end. So think about that. In addition, I have my $100, $1,000 commission programs. With those programs, I'm just teaching you, like, if you're going to work commission, you're going to make sure you have to have a deposit fund, like at least 100, 200, 300, where you can determine how many hours you can confidently work without getting any sales, without giving anything. I went 371 calls, had to bail because the people weren't buying, and I didn't realize I'd have to make 1,000 calls to make a sales. So that messed up my planning. So when you work commission, you got to have that extra money to take you through the downturns, and you got to make sure whatever you're getting you need that turnover quick. I need that turnover quick. So things thinking about today. And if not, join my channel, Martin Morris 321. Join the channel. Go on and join that channel, man. I'm spending $3,000 to $4,000 over a year. Get that information I have on training to help yourself, man. It's up to you, man. You got to invest in yourself. Government's not going to help you. Uncle Biden's not going to help you. Trump's not going to help you. Because they're only helping people in their league that can help them. Now, what are you doing to help yourself? That's what you need to be thinking about as you head into this Monday with all the employment done. And even with that so-called stimulus program, that still has to go through the House, and that could get rejected. So there's money to be had, but you got to get out there and you got to show them, hey, I want this. I don't deserve it. You deserve me to help you be the best you can be. That's the kind of attitude you're going to have. And in between, say, hey, you know what? If you want to float a week or two or just give me a partial payment or break it down a couple of weeks, that's fine. I got money for gas. I got money for food. I've been looking for other opportunities. So I'm not solely dependent on you, and I can get out. And if not, I can go out and I can go for a week or two till we get those checks come in. But you got to show how valuable you are to your company. You got to be valuable now. You got to train on your own. Got to stay in shape. Staying in shape just means, hey, I can't be drinking. I got to cut back on the fatty foods. Got to make sure my stomach is not upset when I go to work. I make sure I'm not hungover. Don't need any CBD stuff. Just little stuff. Can I have $5 to comfortably go buy myself a bottle of water, get refocused, get back to work? Can I go buy myself, hey, a candy bar or a granola bar, hey, and just get back to work? I mean, when don't have those $2 or $3 you have in your pocket when you're starting your job as well. Gives you confidence. You're like, okay, I'm okay. You're calm. That's how it's going to keep you working. That's going to help you keep making that money. So think about that. Join my channel. $25, $75, $125, $397, $697, $797. And then also, if you guys watch my video on the retirement of the new 2020 COVID graduating class. Since there's 0% interest, there is no, the only return they have is I'm giving them my lottery retirement and my blackjack retirement programs. So, and we'll talk about that later. And I'll let you know my lottery results. So today, how much money do you have? What kind of money do you have? What's your schedule for the week? What's your schedule for today? What are you doing to set yourself apart? If 24 million people aren't training themselves to be better, what can you do to make yourself better? If you're going to sit down with a guy for an interview, what are you going to do to show them during this COVID thing, or as you go up and to work and out of work? What have you been doing to set yourself apart, to make yourself unique? What is the value? What is unique value that you're going to bring to them? Or can you just bring consistency? I'm consistent. I have a little money put away. I'm not desperate. Let me know how you want to work. Hey, we can always renegotiate. I'm not looking for money. I just want to get back in, show you what I can do. Hey, even if you get rid of me, the worst a company can do is call you up and say, yeah, he worked here. Hey, better than 25 million people. He worked here. He worked it. Wow, you hired him, huh? He worked there. That's a victory. That's it. So join my channel. Let me know what's going on.